Progress. Hi, everyone. Please just a reminder to state your name and publication before you ask a question. And we will follow with British journalists only at the end of this press conference. Emma, how excited are you to be here at Indian Wells?
Yeah, I'm very excited to be here. It's my first time playing in Indian Wells, and it's a beautiful place. I just can't wait to get started. I love the facilities, everything is just so nice to be around, and yeah, looking forward to playing.
First question for Craig Gabriel.
Emma, it's since the US Open, it's been an absolute whirlwind with new endorsements, invitations, galas to attend, etc. If you had to pinpoint a highlight, what would it be?
Yeah, the highlight for me still and always will be the night that I won, and afterwards, after the match, when we went back to the hotel and it was just me and the team having a really nice meal and chatting and reflecting on the past 3 weeks. So for me, that's always going to be the highlight, even though all of the invitations were very cool. I think that's what's going to stick in my mind.
Next question for Eleanor Crooks.
Hi Emma, Eleanor Crooks from PA Media. Just wanted to ask you about your coaching. I know that you've got Jeremy Bates on court with you here. Sort of, is that just for this tournament? And how are you gonna? You've got a busy schedule coming up, so how are you gonna work that in terms of who's gonna be with you?
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy is part of women's tennis at the LTA, so while he's here, he's helping me out. Um, but going forwards, I'm just going to wait and try find the right person. I'm not going to rush into anything, and yeah, I want to make sure that I make the right decision.
Next question for Francisco Arcuri.
Hi Emma, Francisco Arcuri from ESPN. How would you describe these 3 weeks? I think it's been since you won the US Open. Would you say that some things are changing in your life?
I'd say it's been a very cool 3 weeks. I mean, I got to experience some great things that I probably never would have got to do before. But yeah, after that, I just went straight back to training and focusing on this competition and the upcoming ones that I've got lined up.
Next question for Mike Dixon.
Hi, I'm Mike Dixon from the Mail. I'm just wondering what the kind of reaction to you from your fellow players has been. You're obviously walking into a tournament for the first time, as someone who's won something very significant, and just wondering what that's felt like and how people have received you.
Yeah, I think people have been nice as always, to be honest. I haven't really spent too much time hanging around. I've just been training and getting about my business and then leaving.
Next question for Vani.
Hello, Emma. Like Formula One drivers who experience a new circuit, you are going to experience a lot of new tournaments, so you need to understand where the road goes before actually focusing on your tennis. I was just wondering if you could give us your impression about the way that the playing conditions here in Indian Wells may fit your game, like the dry air, the slow chords, the balls, and so on.
Yeah, I think one thing, the air is very dry, so it's going to be tough physically, and it's quite hot at the moment. The courts are slower and high bouncing, so it's probably going to be long rallies, and the balls get quite fluffy pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm sure it's going to be physical in all of the matches. So it's just a matter of trying to get in as best shape as possible and yeah, keep fit and healthy.
Next question for Yasmin.
Hi, Emma, Yasmin Syed from The Express. I was wondering, I know while in New York, you kind of did the thing of not checking your phone during and immediately after winning. So I was wondering how it felt when you did eventually see the frenzy here in the UK for you.
I when I was at home, I still didn't really go out like to. I know I didn't go to a restaurant or anything. So yeah, I mean, I was just at home with my family. I got some really cool invitations, but yeah, it felt nice to receive the support and everyone's like kind messages and kind words. But yeah, I didn't really get too caught up in it. I just focused on my tennis and my training.
Next question for Chris Otto.
Hi, Emma. It's Chris Otto with Tennis Now. I wanted to see if you could describe maybe what you were looking for in a coach, and if that is something, a decision on a coach is something you'd like to wrap up before the end of the season, or are you pretty confident just being on your own for now?
Well, at the moment, I'm confident. I know that even though I'm quite young, I've got a lot of experience banked, and at the end of the day, you're out there on your own and you have to be your own coach on the court. So, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable, but yeah, I'm just looking for the general things in a coach, really. Someone that you get along with well and someone who can push you.
Next question for Reem.
Hi, Emma. This is Rima Boulail from the National UAE. Emma, obviously, you're in a unique position where something really big happened in your career and your life. I'm wondering, have you spoken to any other players, whether past or present, who have given you perhaps any advice on how you can approach this period when things perhaps are a bit crazy and some changes are happening?
Yeah, I mean, players have been very supportive. Like Tim Henman, he was great, past player, and helped me out a lot in the US Open and following. And then I got some really nice messages of support from other pro tennis players. And yeah, I never managed to get a chance to follow up, but it was really nice for them to reach out. And yeah, I really appreciate like them reaching out and trying to help sometimes.
Is there a single piece of advice that you feel is very beneficial to you at the moment?
Just keep having fun with it, really. I'd say that's the biggest thing.
Thank you.
Next question for Shad Powers.
Hi, I'm Shad Powers from the Desert Sun in USA Today. With yourself and Layla and players like Coco Gauff, why do you think teenagers or young players are succeeding at such a high level, not just competing, but winning big events these days?
I think so many young players, I mean, all of us are pushing each other. You know, when you see the other one doing well, it's like you're also competitive, that you also want to do well. But I think that just the women's game in general is so strong right now that the level is so high and anyone can really win most tournaments. And I think that to have so many young players, it's really good because for the next generation, it's just so strong. And yeah, hopefully like we can play each other in many more tournaments to come.
Next question for Sophie.
Hi, Emma. Sophie Amiak, WTA former player and now working this 10 days with the radio here at the BNP Paribas. You know, I see a lot of players who go through the motion of winning a major like you did, and after that, having very difficult time just, you know, from being unknown to being really a star on the tour and in life in general. And I always wonder, I mean, do you get help to be able from either your agent or professional help to go through the motion of how do you react? How do you go by with becoming now a star on the tour?
Anything personally yet, but I'm not sure. I think that if the time comes, then it does. But I think that I don't really want to change anything. Like, I mean, what got me to this point is not thinking anything differently. So then if I just put additional thoughts in my head, then that would just create a problem, I think. So I'm just going to keep going about my business and staying the same.
And last question before we move on to British journalists only for Mirza.
Hi, Emma. Raz Mirza from Sky Sports. I was just wondering if you've heard at all from your Billie Jean Cup teammates and Kyothevon. And obviously, Jo Konta was British #1 for such a long time. Do you think that will serve as extra motivation for her and the other players, seeing you win that title in New York?
Yeah, I mean, the Billie Jean King Cup team they've all been really nice and supportive, and they all reached out and congratulated me, so I was really grateful and really appreciated their messages. I think that it's a great group and yeah, very supportive. And Anne, the captain, yeah, she's great to have around in your corner, and hopefully I can't wait to play next year maybe.
Thanks, everyone. We are now moving on to the home country portion of the press conference. Please exit the room.
Can we do a few questions for BBC Radio at the end?
Yes, that will be part of the home country portion. Thanks.
Okay, I'll wait for the others to go first then.